Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Real Pre-Workout Reviews. The only show where I give you my no bullshit opinion on all the pre-workouts that you care about and want to put to the test. For the uninitiated, we judge on 4 primary categories. Those categories being taste, which you'll see in just a minute here, gym performance, during and post-workout crash, and overall value of the product. And those last 3 you will see after the workout. So in just a minute, we are going to dive into today's pre-workout. You'll get the taste test. Then I'm going to show you the workout that I had on this pre-workout. And then the other 3 metrics and the grand total will be after that. As always, there'll be chapters below, so please feel free to skip around to what's relevant to you. And today, we are going to put a pre-workout to the test that has been on my radar for a minute. I've never had the opportunity to try. So selfishly, I wanted to do this one. It is called Shifted. And we are doing the maximum formula because, you know, I'm a pre-workout junkie. What can I say? So this one's kicked up a little bit in a lot of categories, a little bit more caffeine, a little bit more stimulants. We're going to be putting it to the test for the Miami Vice flavor for anyone that's curious. This is, again, the maximum formula, not their regular. So without further ado, let's get into the taste test. I am using 10 ounces of water. It recommends between 8 and 12, so I just kind of split the difference right in the middle. The Miami Vice flavor, I have no idea what it's going to taste like, but I imagine something like a pina colada. It's very kind of 80s Miami feeling. That's usually something like that. So here we go. Here's my favorite part of the video. The powdered drop, baby. Oh, yeah. Look at that beauty. Now you gotta shake that pre for me. Shake that pre for me. Come on, girl. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's put this bad boy to the test. Cheers, real ones. Okay. I always take a second sip. 1 second. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like pina coladas. I'm not a very big pineapple-y guy, so anything that comes close to that is rough for me. With that said, this is an incredible flavoring of pre-workout. It's very, very coconut heavy. I'll give you that, but I like coconut, so that kind of counterbalances the other elements that I wasn't super hyped to try. But this is a great flavor. It is very smooth. There's very, very little bitterness or artificial aftertaste or anything like that. I don't even like this flavor normally, and it is very good. So honestly, I think this is going to set a new record here. I'm going to go ahead. I don't know too many ways that you could make this better. It's not necessarily like the best thing I've ever tasted, but that could be my personal preference, so temper that a little bit. But I'm just going to go ahead and go with my gut. My gut here is I think this is a 4.8 out of 5 stars in terms of taste, which is definitely our new reigning champ for taste. It is very rich flavor, but very smooth. So I'm really impressed so far. But as we know, Real One's taste is only one part of our 4-part measuring system. So I'm going to go ahead and clip to the workout I'm about to do on this pre-workout. It's an arm and shoulder day, so it's going to go for the ego lifts. Why not? Then we're going to come back and we're going to measure it on gym performance, during and post-workout crash, and overall value of the product to get a overall rating that we can rate this among our champions of pre-workouts and see where it fits. I'll be back in a minute. Again, use the chapters below if you'd like to skip by to the part that matters most to you. See you in a minute, real ones. Welcome back, real ones. After that little bit of an arm pump we just got, it's time to return to business. How did Shifted Maximum do in terms of performance, in terms of post-workout and during workout crash, and in terms of overall value of the pre-workout? Let's dive in. So we're coming off a very strong outing by Shifted with the 4.8 in terms of taste. That set a new record. It was crushing it there. But what about the rest? And let's talk performance to start. And quite honestly, performance is just okay. For what it's setting itself up to be is kind of the maximum formula pre-workout. It's not anywhere close to the heavy hitters of some of the other ones we've done. Check out the playlist somewhere up there. You know, in terms of how well it hit, how long it stayed, the boost it gave, the energy. I didn't feel boundless. I didn't feel, out of it. I didn't feel gone, so the scores can reflect that too. It was good. It just kind of was like a middle of the road pre-workout feeling for me, not really towards the upper range that I feel that this one's trying to position itself as. So for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and give Shifted Maximum a 4.0 in terms of performance. Diving right into the crash, let's talk about how it made me feel. And honestly, it's very similar to the performance in this one. There was no huge crash. I didn't fall off a cliff. It didn't feel awful. It didn't zap me of my energy. Nothing like that. But it also didn't carry me through my day. I didn't, have boundless energy during or after the workout to keep going. Had a little bit of pre-workout shits, but nothing crazy. If you know, you know. So honestly, this one is very, very similar to the performance in terms of the crash. So we're going to go ahead and rate it accordingly. This one is also a 4.0 for crash. I think that just about sums up that it was good, not great here. Moving on to our fourth and final metric that we are going to take a look at today in terms of overall value. This one's tough. I'm going to be honest, it takes some hits for me. I think the fact that it was kind of just a middle of the road feeling in terms of performance and crash, mixed with the fact that it retails for $50, $55 if it's not on sale, but it might be one of those permanent sale situations, and it only gives you 20 servings of this, I've got to rate it accordingly. And quite honestly, this one's quite disappointing in terms of value. I just went with the sample packs to try this, so kudos to them for having sample packs. I think that's great. But value of the pre-workout itself, if you were to purchase it, I can't in good conscience say this is great. So I don't think it was bad, but that price point for the servings for what you're getting for it, I am going to rate it, accordingly. And so I'm coming up with a 3.0 in terms of value. I think that encompasses that you're getting something for it, but quite honestly, the value is not there for me. And I would not purchase this pre-workout straight up. Let's do that recap, real ones, before we get that final total in terms of from 0 to 5 in terms of Shifted Maximum pre-workout. Just a recap, we have taste at 4.8. We have performance at 4.0. We have crash at 4.0. We have value at 3.0. So adding those all up and averaging them together, you get a grand total of 3.95. I think that's a pretty accurate reflection. I think it's got some solid stuff in it. It does what it needs to do, but it's not blowing me away, and it definitely fell short in the value front. All right, real ones, this is the obligatory part where I ask you to like and subscribe, and then let me know in the comments what pre-workout you think I should try next. Bonus points if you have the hookup in terms of like a sample or somewhere where I can purchase it on the cheap. Got a ball on a budget. Thank you, real ones, for watching this Shifted Maximum pre-workout review. I look forward to seeing you again soon with the next hard-hitting pre-workout that we'll put to the test. Stay fucking real.